Man, I'm looking real bad. It's that light shining through my window, I guess. Okay, so let's, where can we start today? First of all, I just wanted to say, I love to racism, bro. I love to racism. Racism's great. Racism is the greatest comedy there is. Because you know deep down inside, as long as there's no violence involved, then racism can be fun. Yeah, go ahead and racism all you want. People want to know why I'm so angry sometimes. Generally, it's because of the stock market. Most of my life is pretty damn good, except for now. Every one of my family is sick. My wife's sick, and my two kids are sick. That kind of pisses me off. I hate when my kids are sick. I hate when my wife is sick. It just irks me. I feel bad for them, and it comes out as rage and annoyance. But the funny thing about getting caught short there in the beginning of September is, you know how I hedge all my positions when they're going against me. So I've been selling puts on the Qs to offset this despicable loss I'm taking, shorting the Qs. So it's not so bad. But then again, then comes yesterday. And I haven't been in the chat room as much as I should be because I'm saving it for the future, what's going to happen. Because you guys are going to be sick of me soon. You're going to see me so much. But I gave you one trade. I said, hey, look at the Netflix reversing on the short side. You might want to short some Netflix here at 207.80. So instead of shorting the stock, I decided to sell a $210 call just to give myself some cushion. So I guess that's going to be a profitable trade. And I'm not even going to tell you the amount of shares I had because I'm just a piker. We're not going to talk about share lots because it's all about the trade itself. And look at that, it's actually still gapping down today. Sometimes I think I'm a genius, but then I realize and I wake up from that dream and I realize I'm just a schmuck. And there goes the social commentary for the show. Normally, I just want to be happy. I'd like to be happy. I'd like to just be skipping around, having a ball. But I guess, as much as I hate the doomsdayers and all the skeptics out there about how powerful and strong the stock market is and how great America is, I am with you in a way. That's why I'm trapped in this quagmire of wanting to believe yet knowing that things are not as good as they seem to be. But knowing that the government can do whatever they want, and if they can sweep it under the rug, the new Great Depression I was saying yesterday, if they could sweep that under the rug, don't you think that there's nothing we can't do? And if it all comes down to it, we'll just start a nuclear war or something. We'll start another war. We'll do something, whatever the case. It brings me to my new point. Why not just not pay back China, right? What are they going to do about it? Huh? We owe them $3 trillion, right? Just imagine. So if we didn't owe anybody any money, would you doomsdayers and you naysayers feel better about yourselves? So why don't we just tell China, sorry, thanks for playing. Move the shell over here. Oh, you thought you were getting paid back. Sorry, no. Sorry. Yeah, that's our revenge for the rhino trade. Yeah, some of our shareholders here in America lost money on some of your scam stocks. We're just gonna not pay you back that $3 trillion now. And then everything will be okay, right? What are they gonna do? They're gonna start a war? You ain't gonna start a war. What are you gonna do about it? Huh? What are you gonna do about it? You gonna devalue our currency? Don't matter. Think about it. That'll clear everything up. We just say we're gonna renege. We're gonna decay that trade. What does that mean? You're gonna renege the trade. Sorry, we don't even know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, you got some signed documents now. We don't play that game anymore. This is the new America. The new America. We'll smoke our weed, listen to some good music, and live in just ignorance is bliss. I love that. I used to love that. But then I realized that that bliss of the ignorance fades away and just makes everything worse. But day trading, it's where you gotta be, baby. As much as I hate the industry and I hate everything about the stock market, things when they work, it makes you think, hey, look at that, things do work. Like reversals of a stock that's gone up 900 days in a row When it goes red, generally there will be some follow through. Probably won't last more than a couple of days, but there you go. Could have made some money on the Netflix short. Look at that. Look at it down to 197. It's fantastic. I'll try to keep the violence down to a minimum today. Can't really be violent with Jerry singing in the background. All right, so let's get back. Oh, and to the to my boy that says I'm too super special to answer your comments in the YouTube section. It's not about that. Send me an email. Here, I got a new. You want my secret private email? Look, I got new cards. Anyway, you can send me private emails. You really want to talk about stuff and know what's going on in my life and what's going on in my portfolio and that kind of stuff. There might be the secret double probation stocks that I'm not telling you about. I can't divulge all the information, all the juiciness of what I'm doing behind the scenes. You don't know. You don't know what I really do for a living? I'm a slumlord. Think about that. I own buildings. I go and beat people up when they don't pay their rent. I sick dogs on people. And then when those dogs are done biting people, I fight the dogs. Yeah, me and Mike Vick, we go way back. Dog fighting, slumlords. I got a CeeLo game. I run a gambling ring in a backyard basement. I'm into all kinds of things. You don't know. Porno. Sick deprived stuff I'm into. You don't know. Somebody asked me what I do for a living. Don't do much right now. Sitting there waiting for something to do. Waiting for something to do. Entertaining is what I want to do. I just want to make funny voices. I just want to do, that's what I was on stage the other day, and my whole act was about how there's nothing left for me to do in the world. Because my talents really are very slim right now. I can make funny voices and sounds, and there's really only one job available for that. Either you're mentally insane, you've been put in a cell somewhere, and there's no money involved in that, or you're a stand-up comic. So here I am. And I just made noise for for a minute and a half. And some people laughed, some people felt bad for me because they really thought I had a problem. That's what I love when I do. Sometimes I get up on stage and my act is so disturbing and confusing and sad, because at one point you'll be like, wow, I really think this kid has a problem. Oh boy. And I thought getting more sleep and not smoking weed would help me out. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is at all. I don't know. But what you got to do right now is don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of anything. Oh, social commentary is over right now. We'll go back to the stock market. Buy stocks. Have you heard that one before? Everyone's a genius right now. And I don't know where my limelight is today. But, I like when someone tells me that I should have noticed. Okay, that was a comment, and let me respond to the comments section. Didn't you... Oh, I should get the exact comment, but he went on to say, how did I not realize that was a standard textbook blow-off top on the Limelight networks over there at 898 when it randomly spiked up on that Netflix news? Because there was nothing standard or textbook about that move, my friend. Because that was a news-driven scam that day when it popped to $9. And then it settled back down to where it should have been, and it was making its way back up. Now again, we're not looking at Limelight as a trade. It's not a tradable stock. Okay? One a couple of days there you have that crazy move in it, but we're looking at Limelight as a secondary play to Akamai. Are we really going to start piling into Akamai at $40, $50, at $55, thinking what, it's going to go to $75? Just like somebody asked me, how come I don't watch Joy Global anymore? Joy Global was the first stock, or one of the first stocks I added to the 2018 fund. If you don't know what the 2018 fund is, when the market was crashing in 2008, at its most disgusting time, when people were just going nuts, I suggested now's the time to buy stocks. And I was saying give it 10 years. And I gave you 20 stocks that you should throw into a portfolio and not look at them till 2018, because you will at least double your money, which isn't that great over a 10-year period. But I said you'll at least double your money, triple your money in some of these stocks. You'll probably quadruple your money if you hang on to them for 10 years. And of course, all of them have gone tremendously higher. And Joy Global was one of them. And Joy Global was 18 bucks, and when I sold it at 20 something, and then I bought it back at 30, and then of course I started shorting it at 40 because I thought, now that it's up 100%, it should give something back. There I went thinking again. That's how I got in trouble that's how I got in trouble originally. You know, I was making 5, 10 grand a day day trading. Why would I even stray from that path? But when the market crashed, there I was thinking that I knew something, buying 40,000 shares of Lucent and 10,000 shares of Broadcom at $140, and I was just thinking that I knew what these companies were going to do, holding on to Akamai. Do you realize that the reason I talk about Akamai and the reason that I am such a big fan of Akamai is that stock has made me, destroyed me, made me, destroyed me, made my dad, destroyed my dad, made me, destroyed me, and then made me again. I was in that stock, and I think I still somewhere have the original 100 shares when the IPO came out. I think the IPO gapped up 140 points that day. I was in at 180. The stock went to 340. Then it went down to 80 cents. And I was in it the whole time, that 100 shares. You know why? Because DoubleClick was splitting, Netscape was splitting, CMRC was doing 10-for-1s. Every company was issuing 4-for-1 splits, 6-for-1s, 10-for-1s. And I was waiting for my Akamai to give me some split adjusted shares so I could sell those, and never did split. So as much as you think people out there who are a Limelight fan, well, Limelight's looking good here. Remember when Akamai was $1 and that stock went to 50? Akamai was also a $360 stock. So where really is the valuation, if you think about it? It's at 80 cents or is it 360? Somewhere in the middle, it still has room to grow. The market, if you haven't caught on, doesn't mean... Is Lulu doing that much better? Are they selling that much more athletic togas that they warrant a price to rock? All right, time to go. Gotta be dead. All right, have a nice day. And I love to racism, bro. Bring it on. I love Jew jokes. Here's another Jew joke for you. One of my favorites. How was copper wire invented? 2 Jews found the same penny. That shit's funny. Makes you think. Get it? Copper, penny, 2 Jews, they're fighting. I know when you explain the joke, it's done. But for you ignorant people, if you want to know what true racism is, that's when you take a stereotype and you make a joke of it. Racism, baby. Gotta love it.
I would much prefer Krull.